Kia ora whānau, it's your boy Ifan here, trying to make great things happen, and my adventure shines brighter because of you. Today marks the 3rd month, and I have a lot to say. I'm just doing this video thing as a process to let the juices in my brain to come out. So sorry if my speaking is a bit random, but here I am in front of my green screen. As you can see, this is not a functional green screen. Once you start to put actual initiative in places, you sort of have to learn that buying things and unpackaging things doesn't necessarily equal to the final application of things. If I want to get ready for my live streaming services in production, then I'll have to firstly buy this thing and find a space for it, and then I will have to design a secondary solution for this to be functioning in my living room. I still need to create a depth of field. I need 2 bank lights on each side of the thing, and I need to place this green screen under the headlight, and I need to distance myself, this particular setup, from this green screen, which means that I have to clear out the space behind this green screen right now, maybe 1 to 2 meters further away from this location. You can see this is not a one-day job. As I'm doing it, I'm learning it. I'm doing probably the best thing because, well, I need to learn this, but I'm learning it from doing it, right? So that's why I'm just showing you this is the green screen that I'm using. It will be in place with extra bank lights, and I will have to have 2 more lights for myself. But I can guarantee you that it's not going to be a shit show to begin with. So for my improv videos today, I want to start with the Balloon New Year projects. You can see we have this elephant thing. You know, I started GONGZHEN from selling balloons, and that's a metaphor. And of course, it's a business exercise as well. Very fundamental communication skills and stuff more than that. Okay. And the second thing is, I want to show you my environment. I mean, I start with a really humble environment. Probably not the most humble environment, but it's a very humble environment. And people are blaming the environment right now. The environment is not something to blame. The environment is something to adopt. So you have to adopt, and then you do that because you want to change the environment. And if you don't want to change the environment and you only blame the environment, then you are a victim. And the victim mentality not going to last. And you shouldn't be limited by the people around you. I don't give a damn about how people think what I do. In fact, there are a lot of people criticize me and they'd be like, hey, I don't think this is working. Why are you doing English contents in China? Does that mean you abandon the Chinese market? Because there are also people think that I should be more entertaining because I could be a good comedian or somewhat. I don't know, but you can't focus on other people's opinion. They might be right, but if you really want to do something, and if you have a mission and a long-term plan, then you kind of have to learn how to ignore them and write those plans down on paper and every day just tick them off. So yeah, you see, day by day, I'm changing this environment, and there are bad things happen. For example, before I was going to shoot this video, I spent 5 minutes to look for my GONGZHEN plate. But apparently I lost it. So you see, I just come up with a solution, and I think it's a better thing now. It's more subtle. It has this punk feel. It's more languages, Chinese, Pinyin, it's graphic design in German. Well, see, this is a good accident then, losing this plate, because it wasn't an intention for something to be there forever. The intention was to practice and make things happen. The environment is a privilege, at the same time it's a challenge. So right now, we're not going to produce anything. Maybe we're going to tidy up and finishing off some projects that's already in place. I have about 4 to 5 videos in production, and just because I got busy, I have my priority changed. So I have to sort of reorder the schedule a little bit, but I have done heaps. And I need to put them in perspective to convince the people who might want to invest in this business, or to convince myself that, hey, I deserve a beer sometimes in the weekend. I deserve to have a team to help me to do certain things. We have all the platforms, basically all the major social medias within China and outside of China. Imagine you post the similar content in 2 different languages in a different sort of orientation, because you have to adapt to specific platforms, and then you have to keep on posting them with the same sort of rhythm at the same time signature. I made probably 10 videos and 10 self-reflections. I made a little documentary. I mean, beneath those production is actually pragmatic learnings, and I learn from my mistakes. For example, one of the biggest mistakes in this production process is I trust too much in the TikTok editing software. It's not for any advanced editing, and it gets so laggy, especially when you put subtitle. I have English speaking audience and they are paying attention to me. Plus, my mission is to change the world. And if you want to change the world, you probably want to be able to speak English, because a lot of people use English as a tool for communication. So I have to stick with this, which means by nature, I have to spend more time. You can say, oh, maybe you should stick with PR because you had it at the beginning. So that was 100% mistake. No, because I am very specific in terms of production line. And there's something very valuable, which is the AI sound training, because once you become a member, you can save a lot of money. Basically, it translates voice into your voice. Okay, speaking of that, I have two things beneath this. So obviously, as you can see, I speak a lot faster now, but it's still not as natural as I could be, because I'm still speaking in front of a camera, but I definitely improved a lot. And at the same time, this is a speaking voice. This is not a documentary sort of voice. So I forced myself to have a new voice. I'm glad that I used to be a vocalist, so that's a huge helpful experience to have, because I can control my sound. I can control my emotion better than a lot of people. And I performed for so many times that I know how to adapt to different situations and environments. But anyhow, I did train my voice. And then I trained it with the machine. So I have my duplication in AI now, which means that I only need to produce the written context, and then you have someone speaking exactly like the way I do. Maybe for some people this is cheating, but look, I can do it just like this. This is real me speaking with mostly unconscious flow. I'm not controlling myself. You gotta be able to do both. So you gotta be able to control your voice and have a performance sort of script reading mentality, and you have to have this improvisational, natural body language and sound and rhythm, and then you have to have this machine-controlled AI voices. I'm really proud of the voice that I have trained myself to have. But anyhow, I trained my AI voice, and as I develop, I'm going to use more advanced AI models. And speaking of AI, I now employed some of the best AI models for my team members and myself. That obviously took a while to figure out what is needed for my level of production at the moment. And the most important thing is how to use them to benefit me, right? That takes time. So the product subscription came after 2 months of trying to use AI to benefit myself. So I made that decision after 2 months, which was 3 weeks ago. Yep. And now I made the decision to make original video with 4K resolution, and that means I need technology in place to boost up video and photography and other images. So I also employed a Topaz video and Topaz photo, and then Cider as a holistic AI sort of add-in desktop applications. So I have obviously developed an entire workflow, measured and pinpoint with bullet points. And I have developed a few programs that I think deserve long-term development. And I also developed imaginary programs, which are something to be developed. And then I meet a lot of people, man, by doing this. And because of the people I meet, I think there are more opportunity in the future for me to collaborate and co-create with them. I meet AI specialists, I meet school principals, I meet teachers, I meet scientists, musicians. They all have a certain level of interest. The entire branding is based on the concept of participatory transmedia production. Even though we're not really doing it in that way, I have to do 99% of the things, but in the future, it will be there. The methodology is in place. In fact, I can share that on the internet. I think a lot of people would get benefits from that. And by doing that, I'm creating value, and this value will shine in the future. I believe in long-term developments. I believe in sticking with first principles, and I believe in making mistakes. I believe in the design and the solution-solving process we will eventually reach. To the point, I think I've talked about quite a bit of things, and I don't want to go for too long because the purpose of having this improv reflection video is for me to get some information out so I can write them on paper, and then I will have more sophisticated outcome. I'll show them as video in the video format. Some of them will be written format. I'm gonna have a few more programs published this week, and then from that onwards, we'll be more specific. And just to finish it off, I hope you get inspired from just following this thing. And I want to say thank you for those people who are actually watching this whole thing. I mean, it's a rare thing, to be honest. I'm doing a rare thing, and not many people would do things in the way I do. But I think there's a lot of value in what I do. And the values that I create can only be realized through the people who are watching this. And that's why my adventure shines brighter because of you. This is our GONGZHEN Reflection number 8 or 9. See ya.